Guten Tag, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. And hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen. Hello, Facebook. Hello, anybody else who may be watching at some stage now or in the future.
Brilliant. And I want to say welcome to the show. And the show today is episode 20 of Ask Angelika. We've been doing this for nearly, over 40 weeks. And
Yes.
we're still here and we're still enjoying it. So that's good. And today's topic, would you like to mention what today's topic is? And we'll take it from there.
Trains. The idea came because we went to the, Business Expo in Swindon yesterday. Nothing to do with trains, but it actually happens at the Steam Museum. And in order to get to it, you actually managed to walk past a couple of the exhibits, like some really nice trains. And that gave me the idea. And I thought there are so many train enthusiasts in England, anywhere else in the world. And I'm sure quite a few of them are probably also learning German. And so I did a bit of looking around and what websites I could find. And I found some quite hard ones, very difficult text, but I also found some nice easy ones. And I thought for a change, we're going to have a look at some really easy websites. And the first one is a site called Bahnfahren, leichte Sprache. Now, that website is aimed at people with a disability. For one, it helps people, for example, wheelchair users, how best to travel in Germany on German trains with their wheelchairs. But it also has got a slightly easier language, hence the bit leichte Sprache, for people whose German is not that good, for whatever reason. And I thought that's perfect for German learners. And I came across a couple of phrases which are really nice and easy, and they all have keywords in which German learners actually come across when they have the topic about buying a train ticket.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Shall we have a look at the first one?
I think we should. Okay, so phrase number 1. And I'm going to try and pronounce it. Der Mobilitätsservice.
Yeah, and I thought der Mobilitätsservice, yeah. That, of course, isn't a phrase you would find when you're buying your train ticket. That is the service that this website offers, which would be, I don't think it's very difficult to translate.
No, I can have a go at that. I don't think I have a problem. Service is service and mobility is mobility service. So
exactly. Exactly. So what does the mobility service do? I think most of the sentences are really aimed at people who need physical help with their transport, so wheelchair users or people with walking sticks or prams or whatever they may need. So let's have a look at the first proper phrase now.
Indeed. And just want to say hello to Barbara before I read this out. Sucht Züge heraus, denen fahren können.
Sucht Züge. Züge, which is plural of Zug. So sucht Züge heraus, denen fahren können.
Right. Sucht is to search or find. Zug, as you just explained, is train. He's looking. It searches for a train that you can travel on.
Yeah.
For your destination.
Well, it is looking for trains that you can travel with. Now, as I said, imagine you're a wheelchair user. Not every train, I guess, is really suitable. Yeah. Okay. So this service is looking for trains that are suitable for whatever needs you may have.
Okay, got it. Very good. And hello, Stephen. I can see that you're trying to join us, which is brilliant. And as soon as I see your camera, you're in. If you want to refresh and just press the cog before you you press connect camera, press the cog, select the correct camera and correct mic, and then we should be able to see you. Right, phrase number 3 then. Again, I'm going to try and say it. Schickt Ihnen Fahrkarten mit der Post zu.
Schickt Ihnen Fahrkarten mit der Post zu.
Mit der Post is post.
Yep.
Zu is to you. I'm going to take Fahrkarten. Fahr is drive, Karten is card. So travel ticket. And it sends your travel ticket to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what it does. Which, of course, a lot of train services do, even if you don't need any extra help.
Okay. And phrase number 4, because we're traveling on trains and on busy trains. Reserviert Plätze im Zug für Sie.
Reserviert Plätze im Zug für Sie.
Plätze. Reserviert Plätze im Zug für Sie. No, Zug is train. Plätze is place, or seats in this case. Seats.
Seats in this case, yes.
So it reserves seats in the train for you.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's exactly, so thinking of the keywords there, we've got reserviert, Plätze, those are the sort of keywords, of course, and Zug, that German learners come across when they do book train tickets. So that's nice to recognize the keywords that they may have just done.
Okay, right. Number 5. Right. Bringen Sie zum richtigen Bahnsteig.
Oh,
I got it right. Okay, wow.
Bringt Sie zum richtigen Bahnsteig. Yeah.
Thank you. Bringt is takes. Sie is you.
Yeah.
Zum is to. And richtigen is correct. And Bahnsteig, Bahn is the station. What is Steig? I'm going to...
Well, the word hasn't got station in it. It's a platform.
Ah, right, okay.
So the mobility service takes you to the correct platform.
Right, it takes you to the correct platform. At this point, I'd like to say good afternoon to Stephen. Welcome, Stephen. You want to go first?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It says, wie geht's? Okay, mir geht es gut.
Mir auch. Got that.
Yeah.
We've practiced that often enough. It's good to see you, Stephen. Right, I've got to remember where it was. So it takes you to the correct platform we just looked at.
Yes.
It brings you some richtigen Bahnsteig, and it takes you to the correct platform. So phrase number 6.
Bahnsteig again.
Bahnsteig,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bahnsteig again is another key word that you would find when you're buying train tickets.
Okay, good. We're good. So number 6. Phrase 6. Hilft Ihnen beim Einsteigen und Aussteigen.
Ja, hilft Ihnen beim Einsteigen und Aussteigen. And Einsteigen und Aussteigen here is used as nouns, but there are also verbs. And again, those are the key words that you would find when you're buying your train ticket in your German textbook. But what does it mean?
Hilft is it helps. Ihnen is you. Beim is with, and Einsteigen. Where did Steigen earlier? Yeah, well, it's platform. So Einsteigen, so to get... No, it's not platform. Hang on.
Bahnsteig was platform.
All right, so Steigen, what's... If Bahnsteig... All right, different word then. So Steigen, can you use to explain that?
Well, steigen is to climb.
Ah, right, okay. So climb on and off. Or get on and off.
Or when you get on the train and get off the train. Exactly.
Okay. Right. Okay. And phrase 7, which I'll bring up. Hilft Ihnen beim Umsteigen.
Right, umsteigen. Now, another key phrase there. Similar to Einsteigen und Aussteigen. So what's umsteigen?
I'm going to take a flyer and say that, well, no, I'm going to go for it. It helps when changing trains, because I do have a translation.
Changing trains.
Right. Okay.
Exactly. So that it helps when changing trains. Now, the umsteigen only means to change transport. It doesn't get used when you're changing money or when you're changing clothes. For those, you would need a different word.
Right,
but
okay.
For trains, and because it goes nicely with the Einsteigen, Umsteigen, Aussteigen, each time you're climbing onto or climbing off a train or anything, so it only works with that.
Right. Now, at this point, we're going to take a break for a moment and invite Safwan to join us. Okay, we've got somebody in the lobby who wants to join us. Oh, he's gone.
Okay.
He was here, he's gone. Right. Okay. He might come back in a moment. Right, so that was all taken from Bahnfahren, leichte Sprache. That's your first site.
That was the first site. The second site I found was one aimed at German children. So the language is easier than adult text, so to speak. But of course, it is a perfect site again for German learners who are not fluent in German yet. Actually, even if they are fluent in German, they may enjoy it. Now, this site has got lots of things that we can't really show in this video. So I'm actually writing a blog post about it as well, because there are lots of videos about trains. There are games, there are interviews, there are craft things. You can download and print instructions to make your own trains, and then you can cut them out and make them. And from those, I've taken 2 phrases, I think, of 2 of the trains that you can make yourself if you wish so.
Okay, and the first of those phrases is number 8. 1835 war die Adler die erste Lok, die in Deutschland fuhr. How's my pronunciation?
Yeah, I did wonder whether you would struggle with the number, but no, you got the year well. 1835 war die Adler. Oh, the text is gone now. I can't remember what it was now.
Sorry.
Oh, and I see Stephen has got problems with his internet connection. Ja, 1835 war die Adler die erste Lok, die in Deutschland fuhr.
Right, okay. 1835 is actually in numbers, so I'm going to say 1835. So in the year 1835, Adler is in quotation marks, so that's the name. Erste is first. Lok is short for locomotive or train. Locomotive. Die in Deutschland, in Germany, and fuhr is drive, so run in Germany. So in 1835, the Adler was the first locomotive that ran in Germany.
Exactly. And in my blog post, I'll find the link to the instructions. So if anybody who is a big train enthusiast who would like to have their own Adler on their mantelpiece, they can download it, print it, but then they still have to put it together.
Okay.
So if I had to do this, it wouldn't look very good. So I'd rather not, but I will let other people do it.
I understand. So on to point 9, phrase 9. Alles sitzt im you told me get it wrong. Nigelnagelneuen. Ice 4. I've got that wrong.
Right. Now, Ollie, because the site is Ollie's site, so it's a little puppet, I think, or something like this. So Ollie sitzt im nigelnagelneuen ICE 4. So
right.
where
So
is
Ollie is
Ollie?
the character. So Ollie is sitting.
Yeah.
And you've got to say, I've got to have nigelnagelneuen translated, please, because it's
Nigelnagelneuen. Well, you may recognize the last bit, the neu.
new.
New. It is
Okay.
a new train, and the English equivalent would be the brand spanking new. Neither of those you can't really translate bit by bit, but he's sitting in the brand spanking new ICE4.
And it just so happens that we happen to have a photograph.
Ah, there we are.
It goes into service in December 2017 nationally, and it is brand spanking new because it's not in full service yet. It's been tested. Yeah, so that's good. And what I can do, if
but
you
again,
wish,
yeah, go on.
I can bring up Ollie's site if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go for it. I'm going to share my desktop and share, and I'm going to put that hopefully full screen. Right, so it's full screen. I'm going to switch over now, and you should see the site. Can you see the site?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see the site.
Would you like to guide us around it? I'll go slowly.
Yeah. Where it says Spiele und Basteln, there you will have, there are some online games, sort of trainee online games. But also there you are, you've actually got on the right there, was it say, it's very small for me. Der ICE 4 zum Basteln ist da. So if you click on that one, that's where you can download and then print the train. But like I said, you need to then put it together. And it should look like that if you do it correctly.
That gives me something to do this weekend, doesn't it?
Okay, right. I will print it out for you, and it will go in the blog then. How's that?
That sounds good. Right.
There's a challenge.
I'm stopping sharing and coming back. So there we are. Now, I'm just going to hide that. Something else took place this weekend.
Yeah, well, last weekend, really. It's almost a week ago, isn't it? Now, doesn't that look beautiful? We had our twinning weekend, and Devices is twinned with Mayenne in France and also Weiblingen in Germany. And they meet every year, and this year it was our turn. And it's been a special weekend because we've had 50 years of twinning with Weiblingen. We've had 50 years of twinning with Mayenne 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Last year. Or last year, I can't remember now. And this year it was with Weiblingen. And there were two special things for that. One is our local Devices brewery has actually brewed a limited edition beer. And they called it Einheit Unity because that gives you the initials of EU, which I thought was very nice and subtle. And it's made of ingredients from Germany, France, and England as well. And I quite like on the back, they've got a little bit of explanation about the three twin towns as well. So that was the one very special thing for the weekend.
Okay.
And the other one?
Just a moment. Let me switch.
You've got a picture?
Switch screens. I'll take that down. And I'll bring you the picture up. Okay. Can you see it?
Right. Yeah, we can see two of the stones. Now, a little bit, this is Devices' own Stonehenge, so to speak. When Weiblingen had some major celebration a few years ago, they asked Mayenne and Devices to send an interesting rock or stone or anything like this over, and they had made a really nice roundabout with various different stones from the different countries. And devisers had a huge sarsen stone which we divided in three, and one went to Weiblingen. Last year, the other part went to Mayenne, and we had ours on this bit of green, but a little bit lonely, just the one stone. So because we've had our 50-year anniversary and it wasn't devisers, we've asked the other two to send things over. And on this picture, on the left, you see the stone from Weiblingen. On the right, it isn't a stone. I can't remember. Where is it from? Do you remember?
It's a
lintel from some
factory.
Old building, I take it. Oh, yeah. Factory, okay. So that's on the right. And in the middle, one of the very few signs in devisers, possibly in Wiltshire, maybe even in all of England, that has got explanations in 3 languages on there and not just in English. Because it's got a bit of information about the devisers' twinning history, and it's on there in English, in German, and in French. And we unveiled the stones and the plaque on that day, and that's why there's so many people standing behind there.
And the reason that we're both smiling is that I wrote the text that's on that sign, and Angelika translated it beautifully into German, and one of our friends did the
German bit.
So it's you did do the German, yes, indeed.
Yes, I did.
Right, okay. And with that, we can switch back. I'll take the stones back down. The only thing of note last weekend was that I had to do a speech in German, and with Angelika's help, I did do. So that was interesting. And in French too, but we don't talk about French. We can't talk about French here because this is Ask Angelika, episode 20.
Exactly. Somebody else can do or ask somebody else in French, but this is the German one. So we did the bits about the train. That's the main thing, really, we looked at today. And we will put the links on underneath the videos again. Yeah. And like I said, I will write a blog post where I can put some more pictures on as well from both websites, and I will add some other ones. I found one about the steam train history in Germany. I'm not really a train enthusiast, so I have to say it looked pretty boring to me. But I'm sure it will be really interesting to other people. So the blog post will have that link as well, and whatever else I can find.
I look forward to reading it.
That's it.
On Monday. That is it. Do you want to say farewell to everybody for now?
Okay, well, I hope to see you all again in 2 weeks' time. So it's tschüss von mir.
Und tschüss von mir. Bis später. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye.
And I'm clicking the buttons, and have a good weekend, Facebook.